You are listening to part 6 of the podcast series, 15 Laws of Growth.
The law of design. To maximize growth, develop strategies. Now, in this law, I'm going to do a lot more reading. You're going to just kind of follow me along because this one is so powerful. If I can teach it well, it will change your life, but it's also something that people don't understand. So just hang with me as I walk through you the law of design with you. If you don't design, Jim Rohn said this, he said, if you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. And guess what? Guess what they may have planned for you? Not much. So you got to have a system. How do I define a system? I think a system is the process of predictably achieving a goal based on a logical and specific set of how-to principles. In other words, I think there's a process in it. I think it is predictable based on a goal and that there are how-to principles based in it. Okay, more importantly, why is having a system so crucial to your success? Because to paraphrase Michael Gerber, author of the E-Myth, systems permit ordinary people to achieve extraordinary results predictably. However, without a system, even extraordinary people find it difficult to predictably achieve even ordinary results. Systems leverage your time, money, and abilities. Systems are tools for your personal growth. According to Dr. Anders Ericsson, here I underline this next statement because it's huge. Improvement is related not just to practice, but to a particular kind of practice, something Ericsson calls deliberate practice. Ericsson has found that no matter the field of expertise, when it comes to the elite status, there is no correlation whatever between time in the profession and the performance levels. That's huge, folks. I hope you got that. There is no correlation at all between time you spend in your profession and your performance being excellent. That's why people all their life do one thing and they're never any good at it. And you kind of get staggered by it and say, you know what? After doing that for 20 years, you'd think they'd get good at it. And he said, no, don't ever mistake. And I tell people that all the time. Just because you're practicing something doesn't mean, can I tell you, I'm not gifted in music, so no matter how much I practice, it's not going to get better. So what I tell people I tell guys on the golf range all the time, as they're out there swinging that club, it ain't going to help. It ain't going to help. You're not that good. The only thing that's going to happen is you're going to be more consistent in how you slice the ball. Which is nice because then you'll find it in the same section of the woods every time. But it ain't going to help. It ain't going to help. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. Unless you understand systems and get deliberate in how you practice. Okay, system statements, 4 of them real quick. A system is a particular course of action intended to achieve an objective. 2, a system helps ordinary people achieve extraordinary results. These are all stated out of the previous things I read. Number 3, improvement is related to deliberate practice, a system. And 4, there is no correlation between time in the profession and the performance level. So the systems that I use in personal growth are such as, number 1, big picture. Big picture. Well, let me explain that. Once I understood that I was going to be forever on a personal growth plan, and I was going to have to consume a lot of reading. I was going to have to read a lot, because you got to read a lot if you're going to grow, okay? One of the first things I did is I went and I took a speed reading course. Now I've taken 3 speed reading courses. Now, why did I take speed reading courses? Because if I'm going to have to read a lot, I need to assimilate material very quickly, so I need to get through it. So I can take a book, and in about an hour and 20 minutes, I basically can tell you what the book says. I can pull out the top 80% of the things there. Now, why do I do that? So that I can read more, so that I can consume more. That's all that is. That is a system. That is a system built on the big picture. The big picture is, John, if you're going to grow, you got to read a lot. If you got to read a lot, you better be able to read fast. Now, speed reading does not help me with comprehension. They'll tell you that it does, but I'm not intelligent enough to say it helped me do that. What speed reading does is it gets me through the pages to where I need to go. And when I get to the meat, I have to slow down. You with me? That's where I underline and look at things and check it. But it allows me to get through. Now, all that is, that's a system in growth that says the big picture, if you got to read a lot, you probably ought to take a speed reading course.